Could your worst enemy do this to you? I think this is a very useful question to ask in assessing your own government's legislation and policy. Because very often it feels like it's your own government that is doing terrible harm to you. I liken it to the statistics that we've all seen on who is most likely to do terrible damage to you as an individual. And it's the people closest to you. Very often, despite how it's framed, it's your own government that is harming you as a population. I've chosen just two examples to look at to demonstrate this. One is oil and gas policy in the UK. Now, under the leadership of Ed Miliband, supported, it seems, by Starmer and the entirety of Labour and beyond, Brits cannot exploit any more oil and gas. No more exploration, no more exploitation. Chiefly this is in the North Sea, where there is vast resources. I appreciate there are environmental concerns, but the economic loss is unthinkable. This is incredibly damaging. This policy is essentially outlawing a great deal of prosperity. And I'll ask the question, could your worst enemy do this? Could Britain's worst enemy prevent it exploiting this hugely valuable resource that provides, or could provide, cost-effective energy that enables all kinds of industry and uplifts people? I don't think so. I don't think their worst enemy could do that. Bombs and bullets certainly couldn't. Second example, South Africa. The economic damage that has been wrought on this country over the last few decades because of policy that divides us up by race for different treatment, and that goes well beyond the last few decades. Policy and law that divides us up by race for different treatment has caused unthinkable opportunity cost, lost business productivity. It has chased away all kinds of talent. The corruption of the last few decades also unthinkable. Policies and laws that have been presented as friendly, kind, gentle, perhaps what New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani would call the warmth of collectivism. These things reliably cause corruption. The billions that have gone to a very small group of the anointed, to borrow the term from Thomas Sowell, not to the masses, not to hardworking people, but the anointed, a tiny group of insiders that really benefit. So I ask the question again, and I posit this as a good way to frame the debate. Could your worst enemy do this to you? Could it stop you exploiting extremely useful resources? Could it divide you up based on race, long term for different treatment? I just don't think so. These are things that your worst enemy couldn't do to you, but the question is, are you allowing your own government to do these things to you? My call is not to simply have this debate, but to stand up for yourself. You don't have to be bullied like this. Join an organization, offer your skills, offer money for strategic litigation if you have it, but your time and energy is also valuable. You don't have to be bullied, and you don't have to be subjugated by your own government, elected or otherwise.